Gemini, and welcome to How to Attract Abundance for a Gemini in August 2024. Okay, so I'm trying to slow down because I have this feeling, especially this being a Gemini video, Eight of Wands, I was like, this video is going to be like 5 minutes long. And I was like, of course, and I'm trying to get back to the swing of things, like doing the 12 How to Attract Abundance videos. I have been contemplating only doing how can Pisces attract abundance videos, and I sort of had a little bit of confirmation around that yesterday, so that might be how I move things forward in the future. And I guess I'm telling everybody in the Gemini video just to be like mean or something. But it's funny being a Gemini because I was doing someone's natal chart and I was like, oh, like they probably won't enjoy astrology as they get older because they'll feel like people won't like their sign. And I was like, oh, because they're Gemini. It's like, oh, that's why. They're Gemini. But it was like apparent in their rising sign too. So it was just interesting to see. And I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with Geminis or whatever. It's just like they don't really have a strong attachment style all the time, and people can be kind of off-put by that because they want you to be like anxiously attached to them, and you're not. And also my thigh is like really itchy for some reason all of a sudden. I'm also tired. That's why I kind of I took a break in between this video and the Cancer video because I was getting like really tired in the Cancer video. And I was like, that's not fair to Cancer, then I'm all sleepy. But also maybe it is fair to Cancer and Gemini that I'm all sleepy because at least I'm not shouting and squawking in your ear, right? All right, so how can Gemini attract abundance? By listening to me. So your advice card is the Hermit. So that's like staying alone, staying focused, being on your laptop, all those kinds of things. So it says like to walk away from your girl group or your drinking buddies because they don't have your best intentions. They just kind of like talk trash about you, try to gather evidence, anything they can do to like take you down. Because Geminis are spies, and I see that so like the situation that you're in, it's probably like around your child or something. So, there are people who want to have children who don't have children, or people who don't want to have children but are just jealous of children in general because of their childhood, whatever. And they could put you in some type of like custody situation. I mean, you could be like bragging about like how much abandon you have for your children, or how you've abandoned them or how you've abused them, and or you may not even know, or it may not even register in your mind as abuse. And someone could call Child Protective Services on you. Like I know from my own experience, this woman had like adopted a child, and this old, jealous, bitter woman, Yana Sedlikova, called Child Protective Services on her. And I mean, like, she could have been right for doing that. Like, this woman most likely was just, like, adopting a child for, like, attention or clout or to feel young again. And Yana is this, like, washed-up has-been that was affiliated with Sip Socialites, and she was on one episode of House of Cards for, like, 5 seconds, and she probably had to sleep her way onto that set. Or like sell her child into human trafficking. But I only talk about her because I see the Page of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles at the center of this reading. I used to do readings for her too, and she is involved in this event series called JCB Events, like in DC. And she kept asking about all of these guys. I was like, I get it, you're a prostitute. Like, oh, does this guy have money? Does this guy have money? Like, not for your old ugly ass. And she was asking about the guy from JCB, Jad, who's a Scorpio. And I was like, oh, I see that he's focused on Page of Swords, a Gemini. Like, he was focused on Ashley Darby from Real Housewives of Potomac because she was, like, especially at this time, like a budding new star in the DC, scene. She went from being like, Michael Darby's creepy, like child sex slave to being a TV star, pseudo child sex slave, I guess you would say. And, but so that's what Gemini's dealing with right now, but through like staying alone and staying focused and keeping other people out of your business, especially nosy Virgos or, nasty prostitution whore Capricorn women or Taurus women, whatever, by staying alone, by staying focused, by staying in school. I mean, this video could already be over. Like I'm just sharing like personal stories from my life, and 5-6 minutes is actually where I'm trying to get all of these videos, even though they're like 30 minutes long. So like stay like so Gemini, how to attract abundance in August, stay in school, which is actually I guess a pretty profound message. It being August, and that's about the time when people return to school. But like if you have kids, instead of focusing on like them being unique or original, or you like trying to dye their hair, give them perms or whatever nonsense, you're probably end up gonna suffocate them with the chemicals anyway. Just focus on getting them through school. Focus on getting yourself through school. Focus on going back to school, even if it's like Rodney Dangerfield. And then the outcome is judgment upright. So it's like a reconciliation between somebody that you didn't think you were going to reconcile with. It is positive judgment. So if you're like really afraid of society's judgments of you, if you're really afraid of just having a bad reputation, it says that the more you focus on school and maybe even like I don't know, so like the Hermit card as advice, I could see that as being like focus on self-care and don't look like a hermit, or maybe you've been focusing way too much energy on self-care and it's okay to let your nails grow for 9 days, before you cut them. Or it's okay to wear the same hoodie over and over again until you finish your project. And then I see the outcome from taking, so the outcome is, positive judgment. But I see the energy that you're heading towards, like further down the line, is that of the Knight of Pentacles. So that's like receiving more money. So you might just need like a certification or a degree to help you get to the next level of finances. And I see that by focusing on that, you'll attract abundance and you'll be very abundant. Yeah, so stay in school, Gemini. All right, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.